So you've probably noticed that every phone comes with factory settings, right? It's the ringtones, the notifications, and other functions are pre-programmed before the phone ever reaches you. And what's the first thing that most of us do when we get a new phone? We change the settings. We personalize it. We adjust it to suit the way we want it to work for us. Money also works the same way. We all start off with our own financial factory settings. The difference is that while we immediately change our phone's factory settings, most of us never question our financial factory settings. We simply accept. We accept them the way they are. We continue operating with the financial settings that have been handed to us. Think about it. Most people get paid on the 25th, and by the first of the following month, the money is already gone, like all of it. Just a few days later, there's nothing left. Why do you think that is? You see, once you understand how money works, you'll begin to realize that it isn't entirely true that people struggle with money because they're bad with it. No. For most people, and perhaps for you as well, the challenge is that they were never given the correct financial settings to begin with. Yes, it might be true. Your parents might not have left you an inheritance, but it's probably not because they didn't want to. More often than not, they simply they didn't have the right information or proper guidance on how to use money. If you don't take the initiative to learn, you may end up passing the same problem to the next generation. You see, you're not where you want to be financially because nobody taught you what to do with the money you earn. And it's the same with me and with many other people. We were taught how to get a job. We were taught how to earn an income. But conveniently, very few of us were taught how to manage what the job pays us. As a result, many of us are simply operating on financial factory settings that were passed down through circumstances, habits, and observation. Those settings can be changed, and that's the reason this channel exists. Welcome to Money Mastery Simplified. I'm here to help you make sense of your money so that you can take control of it and build a future with purpose. My name is Swazi N. I'm an author and a money mastery coach. I help ordinary working people to stop living in financial confusion and take control of their money. And if this message resonates with you, please subscribe to the channel. Now, let's talk about these financial factory settings. The first thing you need to understand is that none of us were born knowing how money works, right? Everything we know about money was learned. We learned it from somewhere. For some of us, it came from observing our parents. For others, it came from friends, relatives, TV, and recently social media. And the challenge is that many of the people teaching us were also operating from their own financial factory settings. So imagine someone giving you a phone and they say, this is how you use a phone, and they show you. You've never seen a phone. So you naturally assume they know what they're talking about, right? But what if they've never explored the settings themselves? What if they've only been using 10% of the phone's capabilities? What if they're passing down limitations instead of knowledge? The same thing happens with money. For example, debt. It has been sold to us as a solution, a bridge to get us to whatever we want. We've also been sold the idea that financial freedom is simply becoming a multimillionaire. I could spend hours just listing the lies and misconceptions that many of us have been exposed to. But the thing is, when an idea is repeated often enough, it stops sounding like an opinion and starts becoming a setting. It becomes the lenses through which we view every financial decision. And here's the danger, right? Once a setting becomes normal, we stop questioning it. We simply accept it. Just like someone whose phone is on silent mode and they wonder why they never hear incoming calls. The issue isn't the phone. The issue is the settings, or rather the setting. And likewise, the issue is not always your income. Sometimes it's the financial settings guiding your decisions. For example, you've probably heard the famous question, is a house an asset or a liability? That question alone has led many people to purchase homes on credit before they were financially ready to do so. The question then becomes, if our financial factory settings have shaped the way we think and save, borrow, and invest, how do we change them? You see, many people think that saving, investing, budgeting, increasing their income, and getting out of debt are separate financial topics. And they are not. They are all connected. They are simply at different stages of the same journey. One person says, I'm just not good at saving. Another says, I prefer investing. And someone else says, I need to earn more money first. What they don't realize is that these are not separate conversations. They're all part of the same path. Most people think that a financial move is just and only a financial move. It just isn't. Every financial decision is connected to something deeper. It's your habits, your discipline, your patience, your relationships, your priorities, your health. Even the stories you tell yourself about money. That's why improving your financial position requires more than just learning how to budget, to save, invest, or earn more money. It requires understanding that a financial move is never only a financial move. It reaches into other areas of your life. It overarches and influences them all. The money mastery path is about identifying those connections, changing the financial factory settings that no longer serve you, and replacing them with settings that move closer to financial control and financial freedom. And this is why financial freedom is so important, not because magically you become wealthy, but because it helps you to identify which settings are helping you and which ones are actually hurting you. Before you can change your financial future, you must first identify your financial programming. Ask yourself, what did I learn about money growing up? What beliefs do I hold about wealthy people? What do I react to when money enters my account? Do I give every rand a purpose, or do I simply hope it lasts until the next payday? And these questions matter because awareness is where change begins. You cannot change a setting you do not know exists. And that is why so many people remain stuck. Not because they lack intelligence or they lack potential, but it's because they were never shown the settings menu. So over the coming videos, I am going to help you explore that menu. Together, we'll discuss budgeting, debt, savings, investing, financial habits. So this is where my framework comes in. I call it the money mastery path. Because once you understand how money works, you stop feeling controlled by it. You begin taking control of it. And that's when everything starts to change. Thank you for watching, and if you found value in this video, subscribe to the channel and share it with someone who needs to hear the message. And remember, you cannot change the settings you do not know exist. The settings you inherited are not necessarily the settings you must keep. Until next time, keep mastering your money.